Welcome back. Okay, I'm going to go over the lighting, how I made the model to be lit. A lot of people are asking about how is it made for lighting, and I mean, I think it needs to be to actually give a good effect. Okay, so I start off with the front. Okay, these pods are clear. Okay, I made them in clear resin. Okay, and the reason for that is lighting. What I actually noticed in the reference pictures recently is that only the outer lights are lit, but I made this so the inside light can be lit as well. Okay, so you'll see on these there is a groove along the inside, and this is open. This is where your wheel goes in. Okay, this pod section actually fits into there, and I've actually drilled 2 holes through this to fit wires, and I had to drill a hole through the back of this one to fit wires. Okay, so your wire goes through from your back section. It's made to be it's open in the back. You can put a PC board and a battery in the back. I'll show you now how it runs to the front. But basically, it comes through the middle console, around the edge, and then through the holes, and then into the pod. So you can have your lighting on both sides or one side. Okay, I recommend maybe gluing this together because there is a small gap. You don't have to though, but light might escape. I'm thinking maybe I'll make mine with this not lit, and then darken this and then glue it on so that it stays inside and then seals up the edge. Okay, so I'm going to take this apart and then show you how I actually did the lighting, or how I'm going to do the lighting, or how I planned for the lighting to work on this kit. So I'll take this off, and then I need to remove the rear section. I'm trying to go as quick as I can because I know this can be tedious. Feel free to fast forward if this gets boring, me removing screws. I probably would if I saw myself removing screws. Okay, so boom, it's out. Okay, so it's open for lighting. So you can mount maybe a battery on top. You can put a PC board on the side. Okay, what I've done on this piece, I've drilled the holes because these 2 lights on the sides are cast in clear. So I've drilled holes in the sides. I think 5mm holes. No, I'm talking rubbish. 3.2mm holes with the Dremel. You can also drill a 5mm. Okay, for the lighting on that piece. Okay, so over here, what you want to do, you remove this top piece. Okay, you're gonna have to drill a couple of holes to get screws in. Sorry, to get cables through. Okay, so this section, the rear firewall. This middle console is made hollow, so you can run cable, and I drilled a hole through the rear section. You can make a bigger hole, obviously, if you have more wires. The front firewall already has a hole in it. Okay, let's remove one of these. I can show you. Okay, so the way the wire runs is I drilled a hole through the rear firewall at an angle downwards, so that basically these 2 holes would meet up. Okay, so you run the cable through there and it comes out the front hole. From there, split it left and right. Okay, this firewall, I've drilled a hole through the edge over there. It comes out on the side. Okay, so basically your wire will come through here, and then through that hole you can drill more than 1 hole. Okay, and then in your front rear pod section, it's open over here and it's open in the front, so I drilled 2 holes in the front. So when this goes in, you can run wire through there, and then through the rear section of the pod. Let's get it in, because you have a gap in the back, on the inside. So run through there, and then straight into your front pod, and then you've got your lighting. Okay. As for your light bar on top, simply just drill a hole. See, because you got a gap over here, a little thing. Okay, so I'll get to more detail on this when I actually build it. But you can just drill a hole through the bottom, and then drill a hole through the bottom of the light bar, and then split your lights left and right. Because it's quite simple. Okay, your front. Okay, there's a light over here on the front as well. It's like a pod light. Okay, and the reason why I made it in such a way that it's open underneath, under the screw. Well, the screws are just on top of it. You can drill a hole through there and run a cable up into there as well, into that little pod light. And these parts have a side light, and you see it in the reference picture. Okay, so that's a separate part that's also clear. So what you can do over here, you can actually drill a hole from this side of the front gap through the side, and then run a cable into the front section. And you can have 1, 2, 3, and then option of 4, 5 on the inside, if you want. Okay, if you're a light crazy person, then you can do that. Okay. As for the console, that is open on the back. Okay, so what I'm going to do for my lighting is I'm going to Dremel the main consoles out, the two screens. Okay, the other two won't be able to be lit because they're standalone parts. Okay, so Dremel this out, and then fill it with very thin plastic styrene sheeting. Okay, and then put the decal on top of that. And you can just run over here. You'll see on the front where this goes in. You can just drill a hole through between these two sections. Okay, so when this goes in, take that off. Wrong way around. Hello. Okay. So you can run drill a hole through there. You can run a cable inside your lighting. You can drill these two parts out. Okay, so you can have opening for wire, but I mean the only one part that actually needs light is this section. If you want lighting over here, you got option to do it, but you just need to maybe just sand this piece off, and then you got place for your cable and your lighting. And it just goes on like so. Okay, very simple. Okay, as for switch, the one thing I actually found out now after I put the model together was once your two sides are on, this side and this side, the idea was that the top detail section slides off and you can get access to your PC board, your battery, is that this cannot go in with these on. Okay, because they're in a way. This has to be on first. This is a little clip underneath, it just slides in. So once that's on there, I put this on. Because they don't stay on. I mean, you can make it maybe that you can, I mean, they hold on kind of. So you have the option to pull them off and then take this piece off. But I mean, it might just fall off. Possibly what you could do is drill a very, very tiny hole through this section at the bottom, and maybe get a smaller screw and tap it and screw it in there to hold these parts on. Because the problem is this cannot come off once this is on, it's holding on. Okay, and that's something I only discovered after now, I mean when I put the model together. Okay, so it's kind of a bummer. I mean, okay, how the hell do you put the lights on? There's another option of drilling a hole through the bottom of the drone landing area. Okay, because the drone covers it. But then again, how do you change your battery? Unless you're running external power, and you can run it down your stand in the center of the stand. So I mean, there is options to what to do. I'm considering doing the drill a hole at the bottom, because that to me is the only option where if I want to change batteries, that I can remove these two so that I can open this and gain access. But yeah, I'll see how it goes. I mean, proof comes in the building. I suppose it is experience as you go along. I mean, if you find a better idea, and please post it and let other people know what works, what will work the best. I mean, my idea doesn't necessarily have to be the best one. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is, well, get back to the polishing. That's the job. Polishing these parts will be a bit of an issue because they're quite small inside. They don't have to be 100% clear. I mean, I don't think any window is 100% clear. And then I'm going to prime and then play with the colors and see what I come up with. Okay, so thanks. See you in the next one.